107.1, 99.9 FM HD4. Good morning. 107.1 FM, 99.9 HD4. אתם על הרדיו הישראלי, 107.1 FM, גם בצפון מיאמי, קופר סיטי, הוליווד, וגם ניתן לשמוע אותנו גם באפליקציות, ובקרוב בערוץ הטלוויזיה החדש שלנו. ויש לנו מיד רעיון עם אנשים מאוד מאוד מיוחדים, ותכף אנחנו נעלה אותם לשידור. ומי שנוסע איתנו בדרכים, אנא מכם, סעו בזהירות, תשמרו על עצמכם, תשמרו על החיים. ויש לנו היום רעיון מיוחד, וגילה לידתו, מה נשמע גילה? How are you?
Good morning, I am so excited. Hey, how about you?
Okay, now we can hear you. Everything is fine?
Okay, it's more than fine. It's great. It's fabulous today.
It's fabulous, that's correct. We have the mayor of Dania Beach on the line, Tamara Johnson, correct?
Tamara
Tamara Johnson.
Tamara James and Kevin Johnson.
Okay,
get it together, Nissan.
You said it right. Hey, good morning to you, people.
Boker Tov, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you guys.
So,
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you so much for having us on this morning. Yes, I am the former mayor of the city of Dania Beach. My name is Tamara James, and I'm here with Dr. Kevin Johnson.
So thrilled to have you here. Yes, I know we're going to jump in and let our listeners know more about you both and the connection between you both. And I'll give them a little bit of background, which I know you are really incredible, Tamara. You spent 6 years of your professional life playing basketball in Israel, former WNBA star, University of Miami Hall of Famer, really incredible. And Dr. Kevin Johnson, you're an educator, coach, community builder, and a candidate for Dania Beach. Welcome to you both. So happy to have you here.
Absolutely. Such a joy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you both. So tell us, I know, Tamara, you played, as I mentioned, the 6 championship seasons in Israel. Tell our listeners, before we jump into the nitty-gritty about, politics and whatever else you want to share about what Kevin is up to and why you feel so connected, what did the experience mean to you? And I understand when we spoke before that you really felt the Israeli community embraced you and your journey. So give us a little bit about that. I know that will really mean a lot to our listeners.
Yes, I spent 10 years playing professional basketball after graduating from the University of Miami.
Amazing.
And I didn't find a place where I can play multiple seasons until I got to Israel. And Israel became home for me. I spent 6 seasons there. My son, when I had my son, his first 3 years of life, he was there in Israel. His first language was Hebrew. He would come home saying, boy, Ima. And I'm like, wait a minute. So now I have to learn a little bit of Hebrew so I can keep up with the dialogue of what he was learning at daycare. I really enjoy the tradition and the history and the religion and the culture there. I've been to the old city multiple times.
The food is amazing.
I love the food. Very fresh. Minimal preservatives, and that's one thing as an American I learned how unhealthy food is here, honestly, compared to like even the McDonald's when you go overseas. So I won 3 championships. I played all the way from Ashdod to Ramat Gan and Bnei Sharon and Ramat Sharon. So I spent a lot of time there, and I still keep in contact even now with everything that's going on in the Middle East with some of my teammates and my coaches just to see that they're safe. But we've built a community, and I think that has kind of moved over to where we are now here in Dania Beach, and we have a large Jewish community, and I frequent, some of the restaurants that we have, Pita Express, and I have a lot of friends in the community, Sharon Sharabi, a lot of developers and business people, and so want to continue to support you all in whatever ways because this community has been home for me.
Amazing. We so appreciate all of that and are so thrilled to have the ability to support you as well and reciprocate. I will say I'm really amazed there are a lot more commonalities even, personally than I realized. My first daughter, also her first language was Hebrew, and I am not a native speaker despite you would think I was, but I also had a similar experience, and I so appreciate the, clean eating over there, all the things. So With all of that, though, please tell us a little bit more about Kevin. I know I gave Dr. Kevin Johnson. I know I gave a little bit of an intro, but tell us a little bit about whoever wants to go about Dr. Kevin Johnson, about the endorsement and what you see for Dania Beach, for the Jewish community there, and why you stand together so strongly.
Absolutely. I'll let Dr. Kevin do a lot of the talking about himself, but I personally have known Dr. Kevin Johnson for about 20 years, and spanning to when I first started, playing basketball at the professional level. He has been everything short of amazing as a friend and a supporter, and understanding and knowing how far we have come, and having just celebration of Hanukkah at our city hall, and becoming more diverse and inclusive to everyone. I want to make sure that I am endorsing and supporting someone who is like-minded, who has traveled the world, who has the understanding to deal with different cultures and respect those cultures, and to continue to grow together as a community. So, Dr. Kevin Johnson.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
I would like to
Beautiful
say thank you
endorsement.
again for having us and having myself on your podcast this morning, and just wanted to kind of give a little bit of information about myself. My name is Dr. Kevin Johnson. I have worked in education for over 20 years as a college coach, as a professor, and as well as an administrator. And so education is my background, is one of the staples for me regarding to being an advocate for residents. And one of those things are being able to educate our residents on what's happening in the city. Has really pulled my heart in regarding to stepping into this race and wanting to run for city commissioner for Dania Beach. I've also lived here for over 30 years here in the city, and I'm glad to be at a place now where I want to advocate and let residents know what's really happening. My parents are from Georgetown, Guyana in South America. They were born and raised there, and then they migrated here to New York. And then I was born in New York, and my parents moved here when I was 8. And so I've seen the city grown from when I first got here, and went to elementary school, middle school, high school, went to college here. I went to Broward College. Also did my 2 years there. I went to Nova Southeastern University and completed my master's and my doctorate here at St. Thomas University in Miami. And for me, it's always been about giving back to the community, being a servant leader. And so being in a position where I've always served in regarding to community, building community, helping college students reach their goals in regard to attainment of not only a degree, but also looking for job placement after they're graduated. I've just always had a pulse on the community and being able to be assertive and help. So I'm glad to have the opportunity to be here today and talk a little bit about my passion for running for city commissioner. One of the not only major reasons why I'm running, but also wanted to talk a little bit about stronger infrastructure for our community here in Dania Beach. I know that drainage has been an issue, and I know that they've spent money working on that issue, and it's an evolving issue because it's still in process. But I would love to be able to make sure that we are making sure that the dollars that are being spent to fix this issue is happening, and just checking to make sure that the residents' concerns are being addressed. And so that's another major component, as well as investment in education in our youth. And then also, you can't stop growth. Like, I'm a big component in regard to business development. I think the city is growing wonderfully, but being transparent and responsible in regard to the growth, and letting our viewers and letting our residents know what's happening, and letting them know that we want them to have buy-in as well, because this is an evolution. We are growing. This is a growing city. Mm-hmm. And we want to maximize the opportunity for that as well.
Fantastic. Okay, so here today on Israeli Radio Miami, and by the way, I am also a first-generation American, and we have many listeners who are immigrants and first-generation Americans, and of course, we're mainly a Jewish and Israeli community in South Florida. So, in addition to what you just shared more generally, is there anything specific you would like our listeners to know, our community, and how could we learn more about those issues that would be important to us, and how we could support you further?
Well, Absolutely. I do have a website. It's called drkevinjohnson.com. And we're doing events throughout the city, different places, as doing meet and greets with different residents within the community, just so that residents can actually get to know who I am face to face. I am going canvassing and knocking on doors, but I do have events that's going on throughout the city, and I'm doing at least 1 or 2 events each month just to be able to ask questions, see what are the things or the issues that residents are concerned about and give them an opportunity to kind of get to know me. So if you visit my website or on my social media, drkevinjohnson.com, that information is there.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we will have to make a point of checking in on that regularly and be in touch with you. And I know Nissan and I are interested in coming and meeting you both in person. Maybe we can join at some of those events. So very much looking forward. Before we wrap up, anything either one of you would like to share? Any last thoughts?
Just want to thank the community for how they've been supportive of me, and I know I've been just a phone call away for anyone, and having that availability and be able to touch, your commissioner, touch your mayor, be able to call them at any time. We've been through a lot of wet seasons and rainy seasons and a lot of flooding out west. And so I've been an advocate, especially during Shabbat and with all the walking, making sure it's safe and walkable, right? So making sure those drainage and that infrastructure is going and making sure we have somebody in the seat that can push forth those ideas. So thank you for giving us the platform and the time to kind of talk and endorse Kevin Johnson. And we hope that all of you all, it's a nonpartisan race. So on November 3rd, we hope you and all of your families that live in Dania Beach will get out and support Dr. Kevin Johnson in this race.
And I just want to say something. You do an amazing job with the maintain of Dania Beach. The streets looks amazing. Everything looks clean and inviting. And I want to say thank you for that. It's important.
Yes, thank you. And
Toda rabah.
Toda rabah. And also one last thing, because you just said something really important, which I hadn't even really put together until Tamara, you mentioned it, the drainage and the importance of that to our Israeli Jewish population that are walking, especially on Shabbat. It's such an important connection to have made. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here, for the work you do, for bringing this conversation to our community. We already started making sure our listeners know how to follow both of you and stay connected. As the election approaches, we will, look to do more of that. And we're so appreciative. So you're all listening to Voices of Impact on Israeli Radio Miami, 107.1 FM, 99.9 HD4, and streaming at IsraeliRadioMiami.com. And it was an honor to have you both, Tamara Johnson and Tamara James and Dr. Kevin Johnson. Thank you for the impact you make.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Take care. Be well.
You too. Bye-bye.
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 Thanks.
זו כבר נצב חנסיס. אליס.
היא הילדה המוזרה בהפסקות, יש לה אלוהים, אין לה חברות, קוראים לה אליס, היא בארץ הפלאות, והם שומרים מרחק ממנה, שהיא בתלם, היא הולכת לאיבוד, לבד בתוך החדר היא רוקדת על עמוד, כולם ילדים, אין לה סבלנות.